All right, man. Yeah, man. It's the one and only DJ Chase, WDJC, DB, DJ Chase Radio. We are back. I took a week off, but we here, man. Today's episode is brought to you by College Radio Directory. Use the promo code DJ Chase. Get 20, I think 20% off. So use the promo code DJ Chase on College Radio Directory and Groover, the hottest platform that allows you to get in touch with labels, players, curators to review your music content and get real life feedback, not bots. I'm on there on Groover, so. Groover. And today we have buzzing DMV hip hop star, saxophone player, my guy Dsquared in the building. What's good, brother?
What's good, man? How you doing? Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. Yeah. Where you at right now? You in DC right now? Or you in North Carolina?
So I'm in North Carolina. So I'm in Morrisville.
Mm,
So I'm actually located in the Raleigh area right now.
mm.
And I went to Chapel Hill like for undergrad and college, and I was
Oh, we don't
actually
get to that. We don't get to that. Yeah, we don't get
oh
to that. We don't
yeah,
get to that. Yeah,
yeah, but like
yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
like brought me over like back
yeah.
to Triangle. Kind of already being over here, but I was actually
Mm,
in Charlotte for about 7, 8 years, and I just recently came back over here. So I'm in the Triangle area of North
mm.
Carolina.
Got you. For sure. So now I want to get into your background a little bit. So you're born in Northeast DC, correct?
So I was actually born in Seattle, Washington, but
Mm,
immediately after I moved over to the DMV, like my
yeah.
parents, packed up, moved over. So that's pretty much all I know. Where I work now, Microsoft, the
Oh
headquarters
wow.
actually, yeah, over in Seattle.
Yeah.
So that was cool to kind of go over there, kind of see, where I was born at. And even
Yeah.
though I didn't really get to see it or be around it much, it was kind of cool to be in that environment a little bit.
So you
But
work for Microsoft.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Salute,
yeah,
bro.
like, that's right.
Okay. Okay, that's
I'm
different.
an account manager with them.
Oh wow.
So yeah, like I work with like government accounts,
Mm,
stuff like that, like the county level and things like
yeah.
that. So yeah.
You the man. You the man for sure, for sure.
Nah, man.
And how was it growing up in DC for you, man? The DC is, it kind of gets a not a bad rap, but a bad rap in a sense. Like, how was it growing up in DC for you?
It's very interesting. It's very fast paced as well.
Mm,
Um, like we have what's called like the metro, as you know, like up in New York, y'all got the trains and the public
mm,
transportation systems. That's pretty much all we know, like from a real young age.
yeah.
Down here, like North Carolina, the South, stuff like
Mm,
that, where they may have the whip or your parents is like picking you up and taking you places. Like we had the train.
yeah. Yeah. DC. Actually, I
Yeah,
remember growing up. DC was the first place I seen with the Metro card. DC
yeah,
had the
yeah,
Metro
yeah.
card before New York did. A lot
Yeah,
of people don't know that. Yeah, DC had the Metro card before New York did.
I wouldn't even hit real. I
Yeah.
thought New York
Yep.
was like on that
Nope.
before everybody, and
Nope.
it
Yeah,
just moved
I went
down.
I went in like 94, 95. I went to DC for a trip. Well, I was in the YMCA and I remember seeing a Metro card. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. You guys had it before.
Man, I did not realize that, but yeah, man, just
Yeah.
just very fast paced. Obviously a lot different.
Mm,
Like because literally, like you could be in downtown, by the Washington Monument, by the Capitol, by the Lincoln Memorial. You take one step, you in the hood. So like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
interesting. Like,
For
yeah, and
sure, man.
changed a lot too. Like,
Mm,
what was interesting is me coming up when I was younger. DC was 70% black,
yeah,
called Chocolate City.
yeah,
Black people, just African American culture in general was a big part of it.
yeah.
And coming into it now, it's a lot of people from different areas coming in. The gentrification
Yeah,
is nowhere near the 70% that it was before. So
yeah,
it was definitely great coming up. Definitely, like I said, like fast paced. It was definitely rough
yeah.
as well, but
Yeah.
nah, it's great. And I'm glad to be from the city. And I've been down in North Carolina for about 12 years now. So they be
Okay.
calling me North Carolinian now, but you can't roots.
For sure, man. And definitely, because I always stop in DC. I actually jail pose in front of the Lincoln Memorial, so don't Lincoln Monument, so don't ask. I'm just a
Oh
rebel.
man,
I'm a rebel like that. But
gotta get it.
yeah, for sure, for sure. And were your parents did you grow up with both your parents?
So my parents actually divorced when I was 6.
Okay.
So kind of when I was younger, I don't really remember much of it. Maybe like
Hmm.
the first couple years when I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom and pops were together,
Hmm.
but it split, and I went with my sister with my mom,
Okay.
and moms did end up remarrying about 2 3
Hmm.
years after.
Hmm.
So yeah, I didn't. I
Yeah.
guess you could say I did kind of like the early years,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
after 6 and on, pretty
Hmm.
much. both
Got you.
moms and then my step pops.
Yeah. Because you know why I asked that? Because a lot of artists find inspiration in trauma. You know what I'm saying? Or trauma
Oh
and
yeah.
inspiration. So that's why sometimes I always ask that question. Because either sometimes the parents be involved in entertainment, or the
Mm-hmm.
artist is inspired from the entertainment of their parents be, including myself. My dad was a DJ, so
Mm-hmm.
I definitely was inspired by that. And was your mom involved in any entertainment, anything like that? Anything like that?
So not like entertainment per se, but both of my parents were musicians.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. See.
my
Okay.
mom, yeah, like she did play the violin. Coming
Mm-hmm.
up in high school, a little bit in college, and my pops played the bass for a long time actually. Coming up in college, and then even when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
he used to have his little band down in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Playing bass and the drums. I used to always hear it, and be annoyed. But
Yeah.
like after a while, I was like, okay, it's kind of rocking a little bit. Hold on. I
Yeah.
was kind of picking up on the scales and notes and the rhythms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, definitely come from that musical background, but I wouldn't say entertainment per se.
Mm, got you. And with that being said, now Go-Go, I gotta ask Go-Go,
Oh
my
yeah,
DC
yeah.
folks, did the Go-Go music sound and scene inspire you to play the saxophone?
I wouldn't say that it inspired me to play the saxophone, but it definitely sparked my love for music in general
Okay.
because that was one of the first genres of music that I heard, to be
Yeah.
honest, like
Yeah.
coming up in DC. So
Gotta have that Go-Go.
that Chuck Brown, like those like
Yeah.
the old go-go classics, Junkyard Band, Backyard
Yeah.
Band. I was on all that early. So, kind of hearing how they kind of based, because a lot of the go-go songs, they would base those off of songs that were hot on the radio at the time,
Yeah. Yeah.
essentially cover songs.
Yeah.
So, that kind of sparked my initial love for music, kind of hearing that and hearing the original version and say, oh, wow, okay, like that was the go-go song, like as a kid.
Yeah.
That initially kind of started it. And then, like I said, with my parents being musicians, my grandma basically forcing music on me when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
so glad that she did that because she uncovered the gift. But I would say all of that kind of culminated into, me being interested in music and, I actually want
Mm,
to go forward and pursue it.
got you. And I still gotta ask, we're gonna play a little game real quick. All
Let's
right.
get it.
All right, so I gotta ask Jordans, foam posits, Nike boots, or Air Force Ones. What you got?
Ooh, you throwing in the Nike boots too.
Yes,
Sheesh.
sir.
I gotta go with the J's. I gotta go with the J's.
Ah, okay,
Classic,
okay.
yeah, like the classic all around look.
Yeah,
You got different ones that you can do too. So you can rock the ones, you
yeah,
can rock the fours or your
yeah.
11s. It's different types of styles you can go for depending on the fit you got.
Got you.
But yeah, you got to go with the classic J's.
All right, I got one more. Well, we got two more. All right. Let me see. Where was the question? Okay, here we go. John Coltrane or Maceo Parker? Who you got?
Ooh, I gotta go
Uh,
train. The train,
Train.
go train.
Okay.
That's probably my. It's hard to say not to go. To be honest, it's so hard to say. Like so many good
Yeah.
saxophonists, so many great jazz musicians out there, but
Mm,
Coltrane is just different. Like he just
yeah.
brought a whole different flavor and element to
Yeah.
jazz music in general.
Yeah.
So lots of love. I gotta go Coltrane all day.
Okay. And I got one more for you. Now you was a Tar Heel. I'm gonna take Jordan out this conversation.
All right.
Vince Carter or Jerry Stackhouse? Who you got?
Ooh, I gotta go Vince. Gotta go Vince. Gotta go. A lot of people look
Yeah.
at Vince, and no disrespect to Jerry Stackhouse. And
Yeah.
his son actually attended school while I was there too. So it
Mm,
was cool. So like, a lot of love for Jerry Stackhouse.
yeah.
But man, that dude Vince was different because a lot of people look at him, they think, oh, he was just a dunker.
Yeah.
Or he
Yeah.
let it not. Like he'd give you some buckets too, and he could shoot it. And he
Yeah.
just had an all-around good offensive game, man.
Yeah.
So Vince is actually highly underrated. And I actually have him up there with
Yeah.
the guards and the shooting guards of all time.
For sure, man. Now in your college, like, were you a good student, or you started recording in college or working on music in college? Because you were a minor in music. Did you
That's right.
Did you stay in the studio, or you just like work? Just more or less focus on the educational part of it, not the music.
It's actually crazy, man. Like I had been recording and doing all of that since
Mm.
third grade, like
Oh
right,
wow,
all
okay,
that for a while, but
yeah.
I never actually did anything with it. I
Mm.
would have it. We would have the little Motorola Razor phones, our little Virgin Mobile prepaid phones, like doing little things on that. And that was
Yeah,
about as far as it went. So like
got
going
you.
into college, like I didn't really have much recording experience until after college, and I
Mm.
got a little bit older.
Mm.
I played in the jazz band. I played in the jazz combos as well. And it was pretty much just on the theory side of things.
Mm.
Just learning, soloing,
Mm.
learning different genres of music, and really delving into that,
Mm.
how to write songs,
Mm.
structure, things like that. And there were opportunities to kind of go into recording. They did have like
Mm.
those types of classes, but I never really got into that, like I
Mm.
said, afterwards. And it was
Okay.
always something that I wanted to do. But honestly, I was just kind of like, man, I don't even know if people really rock with me like that, or, I'm
Yeah.
something I could really do. Like, let me just stick to my saxophone. Let me just
Yeah.
stick playing around campus. Let me just stick to that.
Yeah, for sure. Now you graduated. You graduated. Salute to you, my brother. And
I
you
appreciate
majored in
it.
psychology.
That's right.
Now I'm a crazy nut job. So with that being said, do you feel like you apply psychology to music?
Oh man, all the time. I was actually
Mm.
just thinking about this the other day.
Okay.
I definitely do because I apply psychology not only to with my day job and what I do for work, but
Mm.
for life in general. And with music,
Mm.
I try to be cognizant of that when I'm doing my different type of tracks or I'm doing marketing and different types
Mm.
of promotions. And I
Mm.
try to put myself in the viewer's mindset.
Mm.
Okay, like what would my viewers be? Let me study that. Okay, I'm
Mm.
seeing these different types of trends and behaviors. Like, let me cater to that, for
Mm.
my listeners. So that even though I'm still a really new artist right now, that's something that I'm actually really trying to
Mm.
tap into. As
Mm.
far as like the psychology and the group think
Yeah. Okay.
types of how I can leverage that as well and how people think and behave.
Yeah, for sure,
Glad
for
you asked
sure.
that.
Yeah, for sure. And at what point did you say, you know what, because you do have a full-time job. At
Mhm.
what point did you say, you know what, you want to do music full time? Or is it something that you want to do full time?
I think I do want to eventually like go to full time, as I
Mm.
get older. Obviously like the day job is great. It helps pay the bills. It's still
Mm.
what I'm passionate about.
Mm.
But for me, and what I'm very fortunate for is that they actually support our hobbies and
Oh
they
wow.
support, the titles that we do. Yeah. So
That's what's up.
some things reimburse us, like so
Oh
studio
wow.
equipment, things like that, they'll reimburse that. And they want to hear about those things. So,
Yeah.
where I'm in that environment, I'm thinking, man, they might not even really mess with me making music like that, or
Yeah.
that might be a conflict of interest or something like that. Not at all. They support it and they want us to do it. So that kind of made me go harder
That's
and
what's
being like,
up.
okay, like I can really balance these things. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I have, obviously what I'm doing, at Microsoft, my full-time position, I could
Mm.
still work music, which is something I've always been passionate about.
Yeah.
And just more recently started to grow on and
Mm.
really want to take serious. It's
Nah, man,
actually
that's what's up.
pretty interesting being able to bring them together.
Yeah, yeah, that's what's up, man. Like, and you don't hear, a lot of jobs, they want you to just be a slave for that job as opposed to,
Yep.
taking, the extracurricular activities. And that's why Microsoft is the greatest one of the biggest companies in the world because they actually treat you like a person. You feel me?
Yes,
And
they do.
yeah, and I want to ask this question. Do you like being in the studio better or you like the stage better?
I'm so new to the stage. Well, oh
Yeah.
man, actually, no, I'm not. Like that's because I'm really not. Because
Hmm.
that's what I had to also kind of tell myself as a new
Yeah.
artist as I've been performing more on the rap side of things. Like I've been here before. I've been on stages before. I've
Hmm.
been at packed crowds before and done that before. So like, I can do this. But I would stay the stage
Stage.
because
Yeah.
I'm able to be myself more. I'm able to, move around. I'm able to interact, and I've noticed that also at some of the few performances that I've have done.
Hmm.
And that goes back to the psychology thing of like I really feel like I know, like what the people are looking for, that energy. I kind of know what to bring,
Hmm.
and that's another element of it too.
Hmm.
So I think kind of having that side of it too, not only doing the actual music, but also interacting with people, seeing
Hmm.
how people are kind of reacting off of what you're saying and your
Hmm.
different songs. That gives me a rush. And then when you're
Nah.
in the studio, you kind of got to punch in all the takes,
Yeah.
got to kind of get it till you get it right, and
Yeah.
kind of methodical. You don't want to waste time. You kind of in work mode.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I got all this time. I make the most of this time.
Yeah.
And right, I would say the stage for right
Stage.
now.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. And with that being said, now you're a trained musician, you know how to read music, write music the right way. Do you feel like, and I want to ask this question as a producer too myself, do you feel like real instruments and sounds in musicianship should be valued more in the music business?
Absolutely, 100%.
Mm.
It's something that you can't replicate.
Yeah.
I hear it all, and I've heard it recently. And I've heard
Mm.
people do the different digital sounds. They talk up how good it is and how realistic it sounds, and
Mm.
all these different software platforms. And I hear it. It's like, okay, like it's good. That's good, but it's just
Yeah.
lacking
It's
that
flat. It's super
feeling.
flat.
Yeah,
Yeah. Even
exactly.
like me when I get VSTs, sometimes it like so if it don't sound too, I just like delete it. I'll be like, all right, I like really picky with the VSTs that I get. I like to make the sound real feeling and have some bottom to it. A lot of music today misses a lot of bottom.
Yes, it is. I like the word at the bottom. Yeah, and
Mm. Yeah.
it's just that feeling that you get. And
Mm.
that's something one of the OGs kind of told me as well when
Mm.
we were kind of punching in takes in the studio.
Yeah.
Just like don't worry about the notes, like don't worry about trying to be so particular with this. Just work on the feeling, the bottom, as you put it.
The bottom. Yep.
So
That bottom.
yeah, like so I think just like being able to convey that, I think that's the most
Mm-hmm.
important thing. Is something I'm still working on
Mm-hmm.
and trying to channel. Is just creating that raw, authentic feeling, like for my listeners.
Yeah, for sure. Now we here for the new single "Bounce" featuring Jam
Yep.
X Live. What made you? Now I wanted to ask this question. I was saving this question. What made you go into a Jersey club sound versus a traditional DC sound?
And I just saw how hot it was. Like I
Okay.
heard it before. I heard the different like remixes, and I
Yeah.
always thought it was fire. Just that little cadence that doom, doom, doom,
Mm-hmm.
doom, doom, doom. That's just so upbeat and just
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
So when the baby had dropped the shake something joint,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, yo, this, oh my goodness. Like this
Yeah.
is like live. This is perfect for the summer,
Yeah.
the upbeat vibes. So I had a producer out, and this was right around when I started working on the track, like last summer.
Mm-hmm.
This time, last summer actually,
Okay.
that's when I first started recording and
Mm-hmm.
really doing everything, and really took that leap of
Yeah.
faith forward.
Okay.
And yeah, and so it was a Jersey club beat. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I got to get on this. I know exactly what I want to do. Like everything's coming in my head. I don't really know the formatting, and I'll kind
Mm-hmm.
of get to that later. That's why I brought Jam Live on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I didn't really understand like the format or how it went, but I knew that hey, like if I just lay my bars down on this, I get this chorus down, I get this hook down the right way,
Mm-hmm.
we got a hit on our hands.
For
So
sure. For sure. Yeah. How did you link up with Jam X Live? If you don't mind me asking.
yeah, absolutely. So
Mm-hmm.
Jam and I, his name is Jamaria. We go way back to undergrad at Chapel Hill. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit older than him. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
senior. I was a senior when he was a freshman.
Okay.
And we had always been linking up when I came back to the Triangle. Like he had been DJing around. He actually DJed my wedding as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like Jam and I were real tapped in, and
Mm-hmm.
he's from New York as well.
Oh, okay. Copy.
Staten Island, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he had always been sending me playlists and songs like
Mm-hmm.
club, all of that. So I had sat on the song and didn't really do anything with it for about
Yeah.
5, 6 months. And then I came back to it and I started kind of re-recording in the studio. I'm like, yo, we got something here. So when I thought about it, I was like, what if I had like a DJ at the beginning or something to like kind of set those vibes and
Mm-hmm.
really bring that energy to the track? And I
Mm-hmm.
thought, bro also knows a lot about Jersey beats and Jersey club music. Like, let me tap in,
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
see how I can format the song and get it right to really make it get
Yeah.
that authentic sound.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he was able to do. And once we linked in the studio, it was history from there.
That's dope, man. For sure. For sure. Are you shooting a video for it anytime soon?
I want to. Yeah, I definitely
Mm-hmm.
want to. That's something I've been thinking about. But what's crazy is I've never done anything like that before. Like as far as like shooting videos.
Well,
Yeah, like
you gotta get on it. That's what
I'm
you know.
telling you.
Unfortunately, I tell a lot of artists all the time, like, bro, listen, you can put out all the music you want. If you don't got a video, it ain't gonna sell a song. Like
Mm,
people today, like my advice to you is I always tell people don't listen to music no more. They watch music. So you have to have both. You know, music
yeah,
is just like a commercial, like a video commercial now. That's all music is for now.
I've been hearing that so much, man. And
Mm-hmm.
that's something I've been trying to kind of tap into, and people that are kind of experienced within that industry and
Mm-hmm.
maybe work with other artists. That's what I've been kind of telling them is, hey,
Yeah.
on this side of the house, the music side of the house, we
Yeah.
good. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I feel confident I can create, but as far as like the visuals and the videos and the cover art, that has never been my strong suit. So.
Nah. I feel you. We gonna get you right, but for sure,
Yeah,
man. One of my
yeah.
last questions, is there a full project coming out this year?
So not this year. So
Mm-hmm.
what I do plan on doing, so I kind of let everybody know, and whoever's tapping into the interview, you as well, let y'all
Mm-hmm.
know. So I do plan on dropping a mixtape
Okay.
somewhere around the holidays, like right before the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
like in the October, November. And what that's gonna be, and I've been in the studio a lot, just honing the craft, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been rapping a lot. I haven't really punched in
Yeah.
on vocals and the sax, which I plan on doing.
Yeah.
It's just it's a compilation of stuff that doesn't really like
Mm-hmm.
flow together. You know what I mean? It's
Okay.
not like it's hot tracks, but it doesn't all just come
Yeah.
together into cohesive work.
Yeah.
So what I thought was, why not put out a compilation? Why not put out some type of mixtape to get everybody hyped for
Yeah,
what I
that's
had
true.
planned?
That works too. Like that work. Well, I should have. I should have said full project. I shouldn't have said album. I said is there going a full project this year. That's what I should have said.
You did though, you did, but it
Mm.
was I didn't really know
Oh, I did
like
say project. Okay, I was like, okay,
it's like a project. Yeah, it's like you
yeah,
did though, but I say all that to say
yeah.
that I do plan on dropping an album in 2025.
Okay.
So
Well, you ain't
that
going.
is
Music
the
ain't going
ultimate
nowhere.
goal, and I feel like the best way to do that, exactly, the best way to do that is to kind of build up that hype.
Mm,
Like use that mixtape to kind of bring it into that album. Take the time to really do things the right way. Make sure I have the marketing, promo,
mm.
tap in with great gentlemen like yourself. You know
Thank
what I
you.
mean?
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
been
Yeah.
absolutely that's been in the industry, been there, done that.
Mm,
To really make sure I'm putting out some quality because I see how important that is to put out something that's a cohesive body of work that
yeah.
tells your story. So
Yeah.
that's
For
what we're
sure. For
working on
sure.
right now.
And good. And that leads into my last question, my brother. Now, you are a new artist as far as recording and putting out records and things like that, right? And I'll ask everybody this. I've been asking this question for 2 years straight. What advice would you give anyone if you had your younger self, if somebody younger came to you and said, I'm trying to get into the music business? Any advice? What advice would you give that person?
So this is actually the reason that I even started doing music and started recording.
Hmm.
That is, don't be afraid to fail and don't be afraid to do what you're truly passionate about
Yeah.
because you have to start somewhere. And I actually saw this on Instagram the other day. I was just scrolling,
Hmm.
and what it pretty much said was is that all the growth happens when you're in an environment that allows you to fail and allows you to make mistakes.
Hmm.
A lot of time when you're in that environment and you feel like you're walking on eggshells or you can't mess up,
Yeah.
it stunts your growth.
Yeah.
So I think for me, just having that and realizing like, hey, like you can fail, like you can fall down and get up, and that's part of the process. That's part of what gets you there. And I think that's what I would tell my younger self is
Mm.
just go at it full force, and what you're passionate about, go and do it.
Mm, for sure. And on that note, we are out of here. Once again, my guy, Dsquared, DMV's own, Charlotte's own, North Carolina's own, a lot of owns. He reps Seattle's
A lot
own.
of owns.
Nah,
Man, Northeast
man.
DC all day,
No,
man.
nah, Northeast DC in the
They call
building.
me a North Carolinian, I'm like, man, I always got to rep the city though. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you having me, man. This was a blast.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? You know it's gonna get blasted out all over us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all over. The new single Bounce out now featuring JMX Live. Where can people find you? Where can people reach you? Where can
Let's go.
producers
Let's
send
go.
you hot beats? Plug everything.
Absolutely, man. So y'all can find me on socials at D Star Raw. D is in D squared, TSTAR, and that little A is a 4W. Or I got my music page at D squared.2 official. That's where I can find me out on all platforms and of course on Spotify on D squared as well.
Yeah, man. You know this. Once again, it's DJ Chase, the pregame party of this podcast, right here on WDJCDB. DJ Chase Radio is about to be live in a new studio. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Let's
DJ Chase
go, man. We
Studios is
excited for
up
that
and
one.
running. Yeah, did that. DJChaseRadio.com, DJChase.net. Get that merch. Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube. DJ Chase TV, and we are out. Yeah.
We out.